Well, hello there. How are you doing today? Come on in and come hang out with me today. So what am I sharing with you today? Today I have got a yummy treat that anybody is gonna love, and it's gonna be the perfect addition to your Christmas morning or your family get together. So I'm gonna quit my gabbing, let's jump into it, and let's go hang out in the kitchen for a bit. Because why not? Because we can, and that's what we do here. Let's get to it. 2 rolls of puff pastry are needed for this. You can buy it pre-made, or you can be tenacious and you can make it yourself if you'd like. But 2 rolls is gonna get the job done. I'm gonna put a bit of flour on my cutting board, and with 1 sheet, I'm gonna lay it down, and I'm gonna use a round bowl as a template. About a 10-inch bowl or circle is what you need, because we need 3 of these circles of puff pastry. Now, you're not gonna wanna throw away those scraps. You're gonna wanna keep them, because after you cut your second roll, you're gonna take both of those scraps, mix them together, you're gonna roll them out, and you're gonna make your 3rd circle. In a bowl, I'm going to put some brown sugar. I'm using about 1.5 cups. It really doesn't matter how much you use, and some cinnamon. You're going to do it to your liking. If you don't like a lot of cinnamon, you're going to put just a little bit of cinnamon. If you do like cinnamon, you're going to put a lot like I did, and then you're going to mix it in and get it well and incorporated with that brown sugar. I'm using a pizza tray because it's round and it's gonna work. I'm gonna place some parchment paper with a bit of flour, and I'm gonna place my first pastry sheet down, round pastry sheet. I've got some softened butter that I'm gonna apply to the pastry sheet. Now we are going to layer this, and it's gonna go softened butter. Then I'm gonna add that cinnamon and brown sugar mixture, and I'm gonna be generous with this because it really does just add to the ooey gooey yumminess, the scrumptiousness that comes in the center of a cinnamon roll. Once we've got that layered, we're gonna go in with our second round pastry. We're gonna place that on top, and again, we're gonna layer that softened butter and the cinnamon and brown sugar topping right there. Once we've got that layered, we're gonna lay our last pastry puff on top, and we are not going to add more butter and cinnamon. I need kind of a circular guide for the center, and so I'm using this glass lid that I'm just gonna press in the center firmly, kind of make an indentation. And this is going to be a guide as to where I stop my lines when I make these cuts with the pizza cutter. Using a pizza cutter is definitely the way to go with this step, and you're going to want to make slits all the way around your pastry dough circle. Now, when doing this, you do want to make sure that you have an even amount of slits. And I would say to try and keep them about an inch and a half in width. And it's okay if you go a little beyond that. Once you've got your slits done, you're gonna pick up your piece, and very gently, you're gonna twist it either clockwise or counterclockwise. You're then gonna pick up the slit next to it, and you're gonna twist it the opposite way that you just twisted that piece. Once you've got them twisted, you're going to pinch together the ends, and you're going to do this all the way around. The important part is you want to twist out and away. And once you do one, you want to do the opposite of the other before you pinch them together. And this is going to give you a really great look once you bake it. You're going to do this all the way around, and this is why it's important to have an even amount of slits so you don't end with an extra slit at the end. And so here you can see I'm on my last one. I'm going to go ahead and pinch it together. And this is how you make a snowflake using pastry puff. So there in the center where I used the circle, I'm going to take the mini cookie cutters, and I've got a Christmas tree, and I'm going to gently just kind of push in. I'm not going to go all the way through, just enough to kind of make an imprint and hope that when I bake this, it kind of shows it. I've never tried using a cookie cutter before to make the imprint. I'm trying now, so you never know if it's going to be successful unless you try it, but it looks great now. We'll see how it turns out once it bakes. Now, before I pop this in the oven, I am going to take an egg. I'm going to give it an egg wash to give it that real nice shiny finish. And I'm going to do this over the whole cinnamon roll, snowflake cinnamon roll. That's what we'll call it. I'm going to pop this in the oven at 350 uncovered, and we're going to let this bake until it gets a nice golden brown color, until it looks done. And it took about 35 minutes, and would you look at how gorgeous this came out? Oh my goodness, look at the perfect color of this. Now there's a couple of different things you can do here. You can add powdered sugar to the top of this, or you can add icing. The girls like it when I put the icing on the side, and they really like it with the powdered sugar, so we add the icing as we eat it. And I think it just kind of helps preserve it a bit better. If you're going to serve it for breakfast and it's going to be eaten right away, you can go ahead and add that icing. But I think the powdered sugar just makes it look amazing. This is such a delicious cinnamon roll. It's so easy, it's fun, it's festive, and I say you should give it a try. What a fun way to serve a cinnamon roll. It is so easy, it is delicious, and it is perfect for that Christmas Eve or Christmas Day morning. Perfect for that get-together. You're gonna take it to the get-together, and everyone's gonna ask you where you got it. You're gonna tell them you made it, and they are gonna think you did something amazing. And they're not gonna believe you when you tell them how easy it was to make. I hope you all enjoyed today's easy to do cinnamon roll using pastry puff. You'll want to stay tuned for what I'm bringing to you next this week, because I've got some fun festive ideas that you are not going to want to miss. Until next time, everybody, stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay positive, please. Bye for now.